Hey, what is going on, everybody? It is me, Austin16, and welcome to my channel. I hope you guys are all having a great day, and if not, I'm always praying for you. And as you can see in this video, I am playing Jak and Daxter from the PS2 era of games. If you guys would like to check out any more of my content, I always put everything that is a series in a playlist. If you guys want to check that out, if you are a fan of Jak and Daxter, let me know what your favorite game is out of the trilogy or your favorite level out of the trilogy. Let's dive into some Jak and Daxter right here, right now. Here we go. We're going to start right now and go into new game. I did test this game just to make sure it's running all nice and smoothly for the recording, but here we go. Jak and Daxter The Precursor Legacy starts now.
I have spent my life searching for the answers that my father and my father's fathers failed to find. Who were the precursors? Why did they create the vast monoliths that litter our planet? How did they harness eco, the life energy of the world? What was their purpose? And why did they vanish? I have asked the plants, but they do not remember. The plants have asked the rocks, but the rocks do not recall. Even the rocks do not recall. Every bone in my body tells me that the answers rest on the shoulders of a young boy. Oblivious to his destiny, uninterested in the search for truth, and rejecting of my guidance. And why would he want to listen to old Samos the Sage anyway? I'm only the master of green eco, one of the wisest men on the planet. So it seems the answer begins not with careful research or sensible thinking. Nay, as with many of fate's mysteries, it begins with but a small act of disobedience.
Jak, old green stuff told us not to come here.
Continue your search for artifacts and eco. If the locals possess precursor items, you know what to do.
Deal harshly with anybody who strays from the village. We will attack it in due time.
What are we doing here anyway, Jak? This place gives me the creeps. Huh? Oh, stupid precursor junk. Eek! What is that dark ooze? It sure don't look friendly. The sage yaps on about the precursors that built this place all the time. Where did they go? Why did they build this crud? Now, I like precursor orbs and power cells as much as the next guy. But if you ask me, they must have been real losers. Wow! How did you do that? I think we're in trouble! Man, that stung! I told you we shouldn't have come here, and you listened! What? Okay. I'm fine.
What in green tarnation do you two want?
I was...
Don't tell me! Instead of heeding my wisdom, the two of you went mucking around in the only place that I told you not to go. Misty Island.
That's right, and then...
And, Daxter, you finally took a much-needed bath, but in a bathtub filled with dark eco.
Look, old man, are you gonna keep yapping, or are you gonna help me out of this mess?
I'm gonna keep yapping, because in my professional opinion, the change is an improvement. And besides, I couldn't help you if I wanted to.
What?
There's only one person who has studied Dark Eco long enough to have a chance at returning you to your previous form. Gol Acheron, the Sage. But he lives far to the north. Far, far to the north. Nobody has spoken to him in ages. I would teleport you there, but I can't do that either. None of the 3 sages that maintain the other teleporter gates have seen fit to turn their ends on for quite a while. The only other way north is by foot through the Fire Canyon, but its volcanic soil is hot enough to melt precursor metal. You can't just walk through it.
But you could fly over it if you had a zoomer equipped with a heat shield. I just happen to be working on such a thing at this very moment. All I would need is 20 power cells to give it enough energy to withstand the canyon's heat. Isn't that right, Daddy?
Yes, Kira, that might work. But where are a boy and a half going to get 20 power cells?
From the villagers. Most of them have a power cell or 2 stashed away somewhere. And even if they aren't willing to just give them away, greasing their palms with a few precursor orbs should do the trick. And I bet there are even more of them out in the wilds just waiting for some brave adventurer to find.
Well, we've got the brave adventurer at least.
Brave adventurer! You two couldn't find your way out of the village without training. Before you do anything else, you better go through the warp gate and get some practice on Geyser Rock.
We won't find any more of that dark gooey eco stuff, will we? Cause I'd hate to fall in again and turn into you.
Get in there before I turn you both into ferns.
Alright, here we are out of the cutscene. If you haven't heard of this game or haven't played this game, this is Jak and Daxter The Precursor Legacy we are playing now. Jak and Daxter The Precursor Legacy got released on December 3rd of 2001 in the US, and it came out on the PlayStation 2. These are the 2 characters. These are the protagonists of the game, Jak and Daxter. Jak is the one with yellow hair and elf-like ears and the cool-looking goggles. Daxter is the guy who got turned into this animal, which is kind of like a mixture of like an otter or like some kind of rat-looking thing. I say like a mole rat mixed with an otter. That's my guess. This game was developed by Naughty Dog, as you've seen at the beginning of, the title screen. The same people who made Crash Bandicoot and Uncharted and The Last of Us. They have made non-stop hits. This is Geyser Rock. This is the first level of the game. It's more of a tutorial level, I would say. I've just now really paid attention to the plot of this game. Usually I just pay attention, I never really paid attention to the plot of this game, and this game's like 90% of gameplay, which is hard to say for most games nowadays, single player games at least. This game's kind of like a 3D platformer collectathon. These things are precursor orbs, and these things that we're collecting now is a power cell. If you came over from Super Mario 64 Plus or anything else that I've played in the past, this is, the power cells are basically the stars of the game, like the power stars or the shines of the game. And these scout flies I would consider as, the red coins of the game. Just put it into Mario logic if you were coming over from that game. But like I was saying about the plot of this game, I just now finally paid attention to it, and it's basically about these people, these evil people trying to, the antagonists trying to find all these artifacts. The precursor orbs and the power cells are considered as artifacts, and they're very powerful artifacts, and they're trying to find them to, I guess, rule the world or whatever, or they need them for something big. I'm not entirely sure. This game, like I said, is mostly gameplay. That's what takes it away. That is what draws most people's attention, is the gameplay in general. I will say this game is pretty awesome. In this game, there is a day and night cycle. There's no loading screens in this game at all, which is pretty impressive to me, on a PlayStation 2, how they can have a game with no loading screens is really impressive. I still cannot wrap my head around how they did that. It's pretty difficult for a game to, have no loading screens in this era, especially. But, my relationship with this game, I have played it since I was pretty much, a child, probably like 3 years old, 4 years old. It was mostly my brother's game. He had the PlayStation 2, I had the GameCube. My dad also had a PS2. They're mostly, at first, we were mostly a PlayStation and like a PlayStation family. And then, I got Nintendo mostly. I got the GameCube for my own personal use at in 2005 or 6 of Christmas. And, but this game was originally, my brother's. We would share a gaming system, of course. And this is like the first game that we really bonded over a whole lot. And, it's been one of my favorite games ever since. So yeah, this game definitely has a personal relationship with me, which could lead into more nostalgia. But honestly, this game's still fun. I'm not sure how someone brand new or for the first time would play this game. Just by looking at it, just by watching it, let me know what you guys think of the game. And, if you guys want to try it out, it is on, a PS2 emulator. On PC, it is on the PS5, on PS2 to, I think, PS5 or something like that. But yeah, this game is awesome. It's really fun. If you enjoy 3D platformers like Mario or, Sonic or whatnot, Ratchet and Clank, if you ever play that game, it is pretty, in that realm of video games. So if you're interested in that, you would definitely enjoy this. I want to say that I prefer this game over Jak II. This game has 3 games in total of the trilogy, 3 main games, and Jak II is definitely the most popular out of the bunch. Very understandable. I'll be right back. Cutscene.
Good training, boys, but that's nothing compared to the challenges that lie ahead.
Then no problem. We got the moves, eh, Jak? We'd love to stay and chat, Big Green, but we're, itching to get on with our adventures.
Fine, fine. Adventure away, then. And while you're out adventuring, why don't you make yourself useful? My darn green eco-collectors are clogged up again. Head out to the far side of the beach and clear them out, why don't you? Follow the lamps. They'll take you right there. Now, all of you, get out of here!
Alrighty, we are back now. We are now in Sandover Valley. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. Or Sandover Village. Yeah, it's village, not valley. Yeah. Yep, there it is. Sandover Village. This is the, I would say, hub world. But not really, because we only stay here for not very long, honestly. But I guess it's the first hub world of the game, I would consider. There's a couple of scout flies nearby that are pretty hidden in this area. Like I was saying about the Jak trilogy, I don't know. It's hard to compare all three. All 3 games are really good, but Jak II is hard to say that game, compare that game over the rest, because it really has a lot in that game. I think I prefer this one a little more just because I'm a bigger fan of 3D platforming, and this game has more, platforming in the game, I would say, and it's more of a collectathon than the other 2 games. But, it's really hard to say that Jak II isn't better. I would say personally, Jak II is the best game out of the trilogy.
Hey! Little furry dude! Oh, I thought for a moment you were my muse.
Your what?
Haven't you ever seen a muse before? It's a little glowing squirrel about your size full of spunk and crazy as a lark.
Oh, I get it. Like a sidekick.
As a matter of fact, without my muse, I just can't sculpt. But with her around, I see beauty in everything, you know? Right now, I couldn't chisel my way out of a box. I think she ran away to that Misty Island. Huh. I just hope she's all right. It's worth a power cell if you bring her back to me.
Wait a minute. We are not going back to Misty Island. Are we?
Unfortunately, yes, Daxter, we have to go back to Misty Island eventually. So this area is basically to talk to people, to get us to do things so we can get a power cell and reward.
There, my dear boy. You've caught me at a most inopportune moment. I wish to set off on my journeys yesterday, but I seem to be a spot short on the old Precursor orbs. I would have pledged my word that I had 90 of them, but I gather that your young friend, you know, the little annoying, miserably ugly one, might have just pilfered them as a sort of a spot of fun. Anyway, would you be kind enough to loan your dear old uncle 90 Precursor orbs so he can get underway? I would offer you a power cell in return.
You see, you basically do chores for these people, and they give you a power cell and reward. I guess it's not that bad. You know, it's pretty simple tasks.
Don't tell me that you two have problems as well. First I hear of monster sightings near the village, and now this. See those gears up there, boys? See them? See how they're not moving? That means our village has no power. The eco beam coming from the jungle temple has been interrupted. And boys, everyone's too frightened to go out and find out what's happened.
Did you pay the bill?
Yeah. Oh, you're funny. Now look, if you two fix the eco beam, I'll give you a power cell. Oh, and another thing, if by any chance you're interested in making a contribution to my re-election campaign, I might be willing to part with yet another power cell. The minimum contribution is a very modest 90 Precursor orbs.
So he wants us to do two things for him. One of them is 90 Precursor orbs, and I've already forgotten the other one, but we will find it. And I just seen that scout fly. I see a scout fly in here as well. Scout flies do get pretty hard to find, but you know, they're pretty fun to look for, I guess. This move right here is considered the long jump of this game. We can get up here. Oh, I see what we have to do. We have to get all these blue ecos and then jump over here, and that thing will let out some more Precursor orbs. Nice. And right here, we have to flock this guy's... I don't know why my brain is drawing a blank on these animals. I guess it would be like mules or... It's like a bull mixed with a... Oh. But we have to flock them into this here gate. I'm going to go ahead and get these Precursor ores up here and show you a pretty cool looking area that we cannot go to just yet. It is Fire Canyon. We have to get all the we have to get all the power cells in this area in order to get over here. Yep, it's a pretty cool looking area. We have to get 20 power cells, and we can get like a motorcycle looking thing, and I'm not gonna lie, it's a pretty difficult challenge to get over there. We have to like get over there with a motorcycle and try to make sure that it doesn't overheat before it gets, you know, to the other side, which with how many times I've played this game shouldn't be too hard, but you know, sometimes it can be a little tricky still. But there we go. There must be one more. Oh, there's two more. Two more of these animals that we have to get inside this guy's flock. Inside this guy's gate. Inside these fences. There we go. Just one more to go. Just one more to go so this farmer can get all of his animals inside the gate so we can get a power cell. Come on, dude. Hurry up. I'm not going to harm these animals. Get inside the fence, please. Thank you. There we go.
Ah, well done, my boy. You actually got those flea bags back into the pen. Now I can sleep in peace. Take this power cell for your trouble.
Always love seeing that animation. Never gets old. And here goes another scout fly. Ooh. Let's go see this thing up here. We're pretty much done with this area for now. But I wanted to show you guys this up here. I'm not going to lie, as a child, I was terrified of this thing with the glowing eyes. I am not so sure why. I guess maybe you can see why. As a child, this thing gave me nightmares. I did not want to go near this thing. It scared me for, like, I don't know, like, I guess the voice and the way it kind of like looks at you from a distance when it has the power cells and its eyes. I don't know. I used to be, it's kind of like the eel from Super Mario 64 where like you don't know like why it scares you, but it does. It's like very uncanny. But here we go, the final scout fly of this area of Sandover Village. That should be the last thing we need here for now. All the rest of the power cells we have here, we have to go other places to get, for these people. So yep, that was Jak and Daxter The Precursor Legacy. Hope you guys enjoyed both newcomers and returnees. Please make sure to stay tuned for some more Jak and Daxter in the future. This has been Austin16. God bless. Peace out. I'll see you next time.